Lupindo. Ah man, Buhle is just pure joy, pure authenticity, purely herself. I mean, what more can I tell you about one of your faves? What I enjoy most about her is her honesty and her ability to convey it without holding back. It's refreshing. She is hilarious and had me moving from serious moments to laughter ever so seamlessly. She really is made for content creation, and both in watching her on screen and in person, I am drawn to the way in which she can make you forget about all your problems, and for the moments you are with her, you are just with her. She lifts you up and keeps you there in light. She has certainly shown consistency, so I won't say don't stop, Buhle. What I will say to her is believe in your light and your influence. Thank you. That would be the second thing I would say. As a small YouTuber, it is refreshing to have someone like her come on my channel and allow me to show more of her. I think support, no matter how small it may seem, really matters to YouTubers like myself and many more who are passionate about what they do and hope to also one day get their day in the sun along with others. Thank you for sharing yourself, Buhle. Joy is meant to be shared, not detained. Guys, enjoy this episode. I'm sure you will. Hi guys, welcome back to Tea Sundays. So today I have a very special guest, which I'm sure you guys already know. I'm gonna allow her to start off how she starts off on her channel.
Stop, girl, you're embarrassing. Hi guys, my name is Buhle Lupindo, Lupindo, or you know, Choza Boza, if you like, if we know each other like that. Yes, that's me, sis.
Thank you very much. Okay, so firstly, thank you for coming on the channel.
Pleasure.
I have Lindo to thank for that as well.
Yeah, no,
but secondly, we'll start off with where you grew up. Tell me about that.
Oh, sherbet. Okay, so I grew up in Queenstown. I was actually born in East London.
Okay.
And then I grew up in Queenstown. That's all I remember. And then I moved back to East London to do my high school for like 2 or 3 years. And then I moved to PE again. And then I finished off my high school there. So my life is just like moving to different like places. And you can just imagine like having to make friends all the time.
Yeah.
So that's literally like my life story. And yeah.
Where did you go to school in East London?
So in East London, I went to Beaconhurst.
Okay.
It's a school in Beacon Bay.
Yeah.
It's like private but public school. In Queenstown, I went to a girls' school called Balmoral. It was like the sister school of like Queen's College.
Sure.
And then in PE, I went to Victoria Park.
Okay.
Yeah, and then yeah.
Okay. Were you one of the Beaconhurst people on the streets?
Hey man,
they were very much.
I mean, I just want to put a disclaimer that Beaconhurst people are like really cool. We were the coolest crowd because she went to Clarendon or whatever, but I mean, that's not the chat. I mean, I was in the streets.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I knew it.
I mean, it's always been my brand since high school, being in the streets.
Yeah.
So I was in the streets. I went to all the parties, even the derby days that Selbon used to
host,
throw and host.
Yeah.
I was there, girl.
Yeah, you're watching the rugby, feeling over the boys.
I was there. Funny enough, I was never interested in the boys.
Oh,
I just liked Pete.
Okay.
Like I like people being around.
Yeah.
That was always like my vibe. Obviously my friends would be like, oh my God,
yeah,
I'm just going there for like, you know, all the first team players. I'd be like, yeah, but the vibe here is nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. And some of your favorite places to go out in East London?
Oh my God. So I don't know if Neo Cafe is still there.
I think it is. I saw someone post there.
So Neo Cafe, the Windmill. We used to go to Elites. That's Elites. Oh my God. So Elites, I don't know if like people from other places have this, like before Christmas, obviously the government would put like the Christmas lights.
Yeah.
And then before like the 1st of December,
yes,
they would switch on the lights, but like at a certain time.
Yeah.
So the whole of like East London used to come out. It used to be carnival, and then the lights would come out, the Christmas lights and everything. That used to be a thing in East London.
Yeah.
Good days. Oh my God, I just remembered something.
What did you remember?
No, like that I used to go to lights and I used to like really enjoy that. So we used to enjoy that. And also East London is not like a big place.
Yeah.
So if it's not like Hemingway's, then it's like going
Vincent Park,
after the Derby days,
yes,
would all go to McDonald's.
Yeah.
And be mischief there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to mention the things that we used to do.
McDonald's used to be
I am not
the spot.
Mom might be watching. So.
Yes, let's segue to your parents. How do they feel about the YouTube thing?
So I don't know, like I was having this chat with my mom. Like I used to throw around the whole thing like, I'm gonna be famous. And I think I said that because I just enjoy advertising.
Okay.
Like I really enjoyed advertising and like how like brand working basically. And I thought that was a gateway to be famous. Sure. But I used to always say that, but I don't think in my head it registered, but being famous, being well known by a lot of people,
yes,
to me was like being good at that thing in the industry.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So so when this YouTube thing happened, my mom was like, remember the time I was like, I don't think this is what I meant. I honestly didn't think this is what I meant.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm famous, by the way. I'm not saying
you
that.
Are very well known.
Well known. I'm well known, but I'm not
definition.
famous.
Yeah.
So my mom has always like kind of known this is the path
Sure.
that I was meant to take. But obviously, like as any parent, like they want the best for you,
Definitely.
like to go to school and like get a degree, because you know the world that we live in, nothing is guaranteed.
Sure.
And my dad is very chilled. Like my dad is one of those people like, oh, okay, cool. Oh, you want to?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Like very chilled, but like when it comes to umthetho, it's like now time to talk. But other than that, my dad would be like, yeah, YouTube, can you pay rent? Okay, sure, then you can do it. So my dad is like chilled. That's like literally like my parents, like two weird like people.
And what did you study?
So I was studying strategic brand communication, which I still do enjoy, and I still do implement in my like YouTube channel and how I do things. But I've came to learn that what you study at school is completely different from what you learn when you're in the field.
Totally true.
So it's kind of been like this weird fight with myself, because the book told me to do this, but society works in a different way.
Yes.
But I really, like I had said to you before, that I do want to go back and finish.
Yeah.
I'm just like, obviously, if you guys watch my channel, whatever, I'm just not in the space to.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was studying strategic brand communication at Vega.
Yeah. And how did you find that? I know you've spoken about how it was a little bit overwhelming because of...
I don't know. Okay, I'm trying to think like without like being a terrible person. I think the place that I went to, the school, the content is really good. Like the things that I learned from that place, I'm not gonna mention names just in case they come for me, was extremely good. But I guess my mom had always figured that I'm a very different child. Like you can't just put me in a big university and expect me to function like the way that I am. So for me, going to a private university made sense. So for her, she was like, go to a private university. I don't mind spending the money because you're the type of child that needs like special care. Because I'm just weird anyway. So going to that school, I thought that's the special care that I'm gonna get. But when you get there, it's not exactly like that. There were a couple of things that I wasn't happy with, evidently so, because obviously I didn't finish my degree, which played a big part. But other than that, I honestly don't have complaints about where I went to school. I would just change a couple of things.
Makes sense.
But other than that, just like, I think that's it. Yeah, that's all it is.
And how have you found, because you've been open about it, like a lot of people carry like a lot of shame when they don't continue with something, or they leave something, they feel like they've failed, which I mean, I don't think is true, but yeah. Why are you so open about it and so free about it?
It's weird you say that, because I got like a weird comment a couple of days ago of someone saying, oh, this generation like normalizing dropping out, like blah 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 blah, you know how the people are on the internet.
Yes.
For me, obviously, like all the feelings come back. Like way before I made the decision, I had all the feelings. Like I will not sit here and be like, I just woke up one day and I was like, I don't need this.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm done with school.
Yeah.
This is over.
Yeah.
I woke, like I literally, like I felt like a failure, because you know when you have a game plan, like when you leave like high school, it's the weirdest things. And I wish I could like sit and talk to the matrix. When you leave high school, your ambitions are at the top, because you're leaving home. You're like gonna be this independent woman. You're gonna go to school. You're gonna have a schedule. But it's
then
not
life goes
like that. And the thing is, I had a plan. I still do, but like my plan obviously wasn't going the way it was. I did feel a lot of emotions of like disappointment in myself. Then obviously the disappointment that's going to come from my family, and then like just the disappointment from the people, like like, oh shit, she dropped out, like, oh, what does that mean? And also like just like the negativity around the whole thing, like the world telling you that, you know, you need to go to school, and evidently a lot of people have made it without like finishing school. Like I'm not saying don't go to school when you need to be a doctor, like go to school, but like there's just certain things that honestly don't need school, like they really don't. So I think I was too hard on myself, but once I did it, and I think with the help of my therapist, because I was also seeing someone at the time, which I highly suggest, is it just made it like so much easier. Like you know what, school will always be there. Like you know when parents,
it's not going anywhere.
It's not going anywhere. You know. Parents love saying boys will always be there, like, and you know, going out and parties will always be there. It's the same with school, like it will always be there. And that's what I told myself. I was like, because you want this degree so badly, you will go back. But right now, it's just not your time. Like, it literally isn't your time. So, yeah, I think that's my, like, feelings towards it, and, like, dropping out and the whole shebang.
Yeah, no, it makes a lot of sense. And then, in terms of you, because you branched out and did your own channel, why did you make that decision as well?
Pure pressure. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Okay.
I'm joking. I don't, Yazzie, I've also been looking for the answer for this question.
Because you said he paid you, right?
Who? Oh yeah, when we did campaigns on like on Mombaza, like he used to pay me.
Yeah.
And I was also at school, so there was no need for me to start like a YouTube channel.
Sure.
I think more than anything, it was like, I mean, who is it gonna hurt?
Yeah.
Like if you do start this and it doesn't do well, or if it does do well, like who are you hurting? Like the whole, and the thing is, I think I had lost myself so much that I was like, you're such a risk taker, but like this thing, like why are you afraid of just starting? And a lot of people were like, luckily for me, and I think a lot of people when they start their YouTube channels like don't have the support that I had, in the sense of like people saying like do it, and I was like, I think that was even more pressure. I was like, oh my god, these people are gonna expect this girl that they see for like 5 minutes on this channel, and now they have to see her for 10 minutes, and it's just me. And I was like, fuck it, let me just do it. And I did it. Hey man, and I did it.
No, you definitely done it.
And I did it. And I regret it till this day.
Why?
I'm joking, I don't regret it. I just, hey man, there's just a lot of emotional things that go like behind it. In the sense of like, obviously you would know, like consistency and the content people want to see, and then you're not getting the views. I think this week I got my first video that didn't do well, like all of them. And it, like, I know you're gonna be like, girl, really? It got like 9K views, and I was like, these are not my numbers. Don't people like my content anymore? What the fuck? Like, what the hell's going on? So no, for real, like, those are real things, and I was like so scared to like be in touch with like failure, like that. So yeah, I mean, but I, you know, that's what I did. I finally did it.
I'm glad. I find it like very interesting, this idea of failure, because I think we struggle with it so much, but it teaches us like a lot. Even just about ourselves. And without failing, I don't think you're going anywhere. You're sort of like staying in the same place. So what do you think have been your sort of biggest failures that you've healed from?
I'm still healing. That's the thing. I am still healing. I think more than anything, like, I'm very upset at people glamorizing failure. It's like not glamorous at all. Like, no one should be going through those feelings and be going through that. Like, life should be so smooth. But unfortunately, you know, it is like that. So I think more than anything for me, it's like, put yourself first. Like, that's the one thing I've learned from my failures, because I think when I was making like the hardest decision, which was like dropping out and telling my parents, I was like, oh my God, I wasn't putting myself first. I was literally putting my parents' feelings first, what people are gonna say, and then me. But the whole thing is about me. So I think the one thing I've learned from was like, put myself first, and like always be very conscious of your feelings. Like, your feelings are not lying to you. They are you. Like, they are there. Like, you're feeling like that because it's a thing. So you need to like look into that and like manifest it, and then that's where your power is at. Like, when you just realize, something does not sit well with me, you can fix that. And I think the second thing was like, just keep trying. Like, because obviously, for those who know, like, I suffer from anxiety, and anxiety tells you to stay in your bed. Like, it tells you chill and nothing's gonna work out because you're overthinking everything. Like, everything's like a cycle. Like, you overthink. But the fact that you wake up and just make the bed. Let's say that day you woke up, you made the bed. That's a big achievement.
That's enough.
Maybe next day you'll wake up, make the bed, and shower. The next day you wake up, make the bed, shower, make yourself food. It will be a step until you get to a place where you will always like push yourself, but also give yourself the room to feel what you're feeling and like sit in bed. So I think those are the two things that I've learned. But other than that, like, I'm still healing. Like, when I get to that place, I'm gonna give you guys some tips. Be like, hey man, when I'm a millionaire in my, you know, you know, just flying every other weekend, to be like, oh, I don't know the struggle that you guys speak of. This life is so easy for me. Not that that's what Michelle is going through, but that's what I imagine. That, you know, it looks like everything is just like, I'm fabulous. Everything's just fabulous.
And yet I bet she even has her own struggles.
No, 100. No, 100. Everyone has their own struggles. But I'm just saying, that's just gonna be me. I'm gonna be flaunting on y'all. Like, I just need people to know that I'm coming for everyone. I'm ready. Oh my gosh. So I'm like, what? Tea? Anxiety? Girl, what please. I don't suffer from that. Relax. I'm gonna be chilling. But people go through a lot of things, and just because people are like looking that way, no,
so look at go. I can agree to that fully. Take me through how you sort of decided to go into the YouTube space in general.
Like, how I found it?
How did you find it? Why YouTube?
I think, did I tell Sibu this? It's so weird. So it was like, because now I was like in varsity. Okay, so in high school, YouTube was always that place where you can obviously watch like music videos and stuff. And like, all these stupid videos that we used to watch.
Yeah.
So for me, it was never like a thing
until
I got to varsity first year. And every time like I had nothing to do, I'd be on YouTube. I think the first channel that I ever found that was like so different was on a KDM Broke Niggas. And I was like, hey, but this is so cool. Like, it was so cool. They were so cool. I was like, I live in Joburg, but these people also live in Joburg. How are they so cool? I want to be cool. I think, and pop culture. Ooh. When I found, after founding Broke Niggas, I found pop culture. I was woke. After that, I was like, I'm so woke. Like the content, I remember finding those channels. That was the first time I ever stepped into the YouTube space. And also how I also found Usibu was like a friend. I think it was the time when the whole Okay Malum Cool Cat was happening, and I didn't understand like why he got arrested, you know, with all that jazz. So I was like asking a friend of mine at the time who lived there, I was like, so what's happening? And she was like, it's too long for me to explain. Watch this guy. He will explain it to you. And he had a video explaining like what Okay Malum Cool Cat did and why it's wrong. So I was sitting there like watching it, and I was like, oh, so I literally found on a KDM pop culture and Sibu. With Sibu, funny enough, I was like, oh, this is chilled. Damn, like, I just forgot. No, and not because I was like, I thought his content was cool. But I was like, so in my first year element that it was just like, whatever. That's the first time I got in touch with YouTube. And obviously, like, as time went out, I found out like there's more of like these people that do like vlogs and like these things, sit down videos, and I was like, hey, I don't know YouTube.
But I was
like, no, I didn't watch it. I thought it was really cool. Like, I honestly, I was like, these people are so cool. Like, how, like, oh my God, TV is gone. This is it. This is.
Okay, my next question is, how did you meet Osibu, and how's that been?
Oh my God. This girl, I literally just said, don't ask anything about Sibu. I'm joking. It's quite an interesting story how we met. So Sibu was like my housemate. So long story short is I subletted his room that he used to live with my friends, my old housemates. But then I was looking for a place, and then he was moving to Cape Town for like a couple of months. And they were like, sublet this room until you find a place, which was perfect because it's people I knew anyway. And I enjoyed living with them. So I subletted his room. My first ever interaction with him was literally when he came to fetch some of his clothes, which everyone knows by he was just rude. Like, he just walked into my room and he decided that he's gonna pick his clothes and leave and not even ask for permission. Imagine, I'm renting there. You're not renting anymore. Like, honestly. And then we moved upstairs where we got a bigger place, which I could also now move in, which was great for me because I didn't have to look for another place to live, to stay in. So that's literally how we made how we met. We were like friends, like quantity friends. I mean, like, set me up with your boy. Like, oh, you want, I got you. Type of thing. Like, we were honestly like friends. I think that's why our relationship works so well because we built the friendship foundation and the housemate foundation to where it was. Anything else is history. I'm not gonna tell y'all nosy little people what else happened. So that's literally how we met. He was my housemate.
And what advice would you give to people on being in a lasting relationship or a healthy one?
A healthy one.
Lasting.
That's it. I will not sit here and say my relationships. I mean, it is like in the sense of like our understanding and everything, but we try to move away from the That whole like couple goals.
Yes.
We try to move away from it. I mean, you can take inspirations from it. Like obviously, you would love to travel with your partner, or you would love to have your partner as your best friend or something like that. But couple goals, we try to move away from it because relationships work differently. Just because what we're doing doesn't mean it's going to work for you like that.
Sure.
I think maybe people enjoy the way we interact with each other, because I even said this the other day at a meeting that we had with like some brand. I was like, I know for a fact like our followers love us, because if you went out with us, you wouldn't feel like you're third wheeling. Us Lindo. He literally, we went to dinner with him, like we like, not that we're not affectionate or anything, but like there's no need for us to be, because that's our relationship. If other couples are like that, that's fine. But for us, it's just not that. And I think people do enjoy the fact that they can see chilling with Buhle and Osibu, and they know they're not going to feel like, oh, I'm with a couple. Like they're going to be all loving-dovey and all of that jazz.